Hi, welcome back to ilovedrupal.com. This is going to be our last video in this series, learning Drupal within an hour. So basically, we're going to wrap up everything that we've covered and make our site ready for taking it live and putting it on a hosting machine. So before we do that, some of the things that we need to consider are things like SEO friendliness, being able, search engines being able to find your website when you do make it live. So one of the modules that I recommend is pathauto. Basically what it does is automatically creates a URL based on the title of your article or your node. So right now by default, Drupal says this is node/2. Not very descriptive. It would be nice if it said, article, second article page, or welcome to I Love Drupal. You want to put in your keywords within your title, and then that title automatically becoming the URL. Okay, and pathauto is something that does that for you. So we're actually going to install this module. I'm going to actually take that. Copy link and then module install. I'm going to paste that in there and it's going to download that module. And if I go to enable, administration, media, other. So here you'll see that this is a required module token and it's missing. So if we go to drupal.org/project/token, you're going to find that module here. I'm going to copy that link, come back to modules, install. So I'm installing a dependency now, which is pathauto requiring a token module. Okay, so now if I go back, I'm going to minimize. Here I have pathauto and it says it has the token module, but it's disabled. So if I just enable both these, that should work. I'm going to save that. Token, we really don't have to worry that much about as far as configuring it. The pathauto module, you would want to configure it if you go under configuration, search media, and then URL aliases, and then the pattern. This is something that just got added by your module that you just used. So here the pattern that it's going to use is content / and then the title. I prefer not to have the content written over there, so I'll just do that. And then save. And if I go to bulk update, I want to update the 2 or 3 pages that I have already. It says it generated the 3 URL aliases. So now if I go back to my home page, click on this article, you'll see that my URL is second article page. If I go to say contact us, my site basic page was the title, and then that became my URL as well. Okay, so that's one module that's going to help you in search engine optimization. Another module is called the page title module. Basically what that is doing is, like when I hover over this, you get this pop-up where it says my site basic page and then I love Drupal. This is what the page title module helps us with. So if I go to home, right now it just says I love Drupal. So if I take this module and install it, copy location, modules, install. Again, there's really not much that we need to do in order to configure these modules. It's just drop in, you just enable them. and the default settings should work. Page title, I'm just going to enable that. So now if I go to home page, I have I love Drupal, but if I go to article, then it says second article and then I love Drupal, which is my site name. So basically, again, if we go under page titles here, this is the default setting, current page title and then the site name. Okay, that's the token that is being used. So your site name is under system site information. Whatever you have here is getting displayed in your page title. So that helps in SEO. Here's another module that you should look at. It's called SEO checklist. You just download that and then go through some of the suggestions that module gives you, and you should be way ahead of the, other websites that are out there. And the SEO checklist is a great way to get started. All right, another module, redirect, global redirect is another module. Basically, global redirect handles when you have clean URLs, and then you also have the node/3, and then you also have, let me actually explain that to you real quick. So if I go to article, second article page, that works. And if I say node/2, that also works. So for Google, that's considered duplicate content because two different URLs showing you the same page. So you want to enable the redirect module and the global redirect module, and that way whatever you type in, it only goes to the alias, which is what we want. We want it to go to the second article page, this URL, and not go to node/2 or node/3. So you want to look at these modules here: SEO checklist, redirect module, and then the global redirect. Okay, finally, I'm going to come to the part where we actually take this whole installation and we move it over to our shared hosting or whatever hosting that you have. So let me open up my file browser. Drupal 7. This is the folder that we want to copy and move over to our web host. Okay, and then once we have the script moved, we want to create a database and connect to a database that is on your web hosting site. How do you do that? So if you look under sites and then your my site localhost, in this case, settings, I'm going to right click and open it. Okay, it opens it up in your editor. You don't want to use Word. You want to use either Notepad, or I suggest this website here, Scantilla, and you can download the Skype full version. Okay, which is what I use. Okay, and I have the settings.php file open, and here it's going to show me the database connection settings that are being used. Okay, so let me scroll down. Here it says here's the database name, my site, and then here's the username that again our installer created all this for us. The my site, we gave that database name when we were installing this, importing this site. The Drupal user, it's something that the Acquia installer created, and it assigns that user to this database. And the password, we have nothing. We don't have a password set right now. Okay, so when you move this over to your hosting machine, these are the updates that you will need to do. Okay, and for host, it says right now it's giving the IP address. it would be whatever your hosting service provider says your host location is for your database. So let me actually pull up localhost phpMyAdmin. Obviously you can get to this from your Acquia location as well. Here's the desktop control panel, and you have manage my database. If you click on that, it will give you this phpMyAdmin interface. And if I click on my databases, here's the Acquia Drupal. This is the default installation that the Acquia installer did, and it created that database. And then we created my site. Okay, so if I click on my site, here's all the tables that Drupal has created so far, and we would want to take this. We can just export it, and you can export it as a SQL query and just save that, and then go onto your hosting provider and then upload this query over there to create your database. Just migrate everything over there. So hopefully that pretty much covers creating a basic website, configuring it so you're able to edit and add images and edit content with the what you get editor, and then doing some SEO items that should be done for every website, and then taking your database, taking your script and moving it over to your hosting provider. Hopefully you liked this series, and we'll be creating some more videos. Please do help us, like us, promote us, and do comment if you like this, or if you don't like it, please do comment, and we'll try to improve it in our next videos. Have a good one. Bye-bye.